Hello, Monsters Abound, and welcome back to Total War Warhammer 2 Mortal Empires and part 6 of my Clan Skryre Campaign, where I have been plot scheming. That's right. Because we may not be able to build an undercity under the Oak of Ages, because it's got a high discoverability chance, and I think it's only going to get worse. But we might be able to blow up the rest of the forest. Oh yes. So here's the plan. The plan is we build undercities under all of Athel-Loren, apart from the Oak of Ages, unless we can as well. And then we blow it up. I mean, it's not a particularly complex plan, I'll grant you, but as plans go, it's got everything you need. It's got explosions, it's got drama, it's got explosions. I mean, what more do you need? So that's what we're going to try and do. That's right, we're going to try and blow up the forest. Plus, it means I won't have to fight the Wood Elves because they'll be, you know, raining down in little pieces. And that seems good to me, so that's what we're going to try and do. So to do that, we need to do two things. We need to have the explosion building, which is this one here. So we need to build a makeshift workshop. That increases its discoverability by 80, which means by itself is quite risky. But we can build other buildings to help hide it. Then we need to build the Doom Sphere. Now this one takes 15 turns to build. This one takes only 1. But once you've built it, it then costs 500 maintenance a turn. So if we're going to blow up the entire forest, then we're going to need 2,500 gold a turn for 15 turns. Which is quite a lot. Plus, we also need to be able to build it in the first place. It costs 5,000. And if we want to blow up the city or the entire forest in the same turn, then we're going to need a lot of money, a lot of bank to make this happen. Yes, it's excessive. Yes, we don't need to do it. But fuck me if blowing up the entirety of the Wood Elf species doesn't speak to me on some primal level. So that's what we're going to be trying to do. It's tricky and it might not work. But I mean, if we only blow up half the forest, Ickit's behind this plan. If we can blow up at least half the forest, I will tick that up to a win. No problem. So that's what we're going to be trying to do. Okay, so in the meantime, to do this, we need resources. More resources, we need more cities. So we're going to knock out Leonardo, take his city. Then I think we're going to move on Belagar. It says Belagar. Do our weapons have magical attacks by any chance? Yeah, no. Okay, well, that's a shame because I was hoping we could maybe, you know, kill these ghosties. But apparently they're just going to be... Well, we can still kill them. They're just going to be super survivable. Ickit does have magical ammunition. Interesting. What about... Hang on. Let's think about this. What about these guys? What fire throwers? They do have magical attacks, but it's not going to do much to one hero, is it? Okay, well, we'll mull that over. But in the meantime, we're just going to have to end the turn. Okay, so we've got take everything, so that's going to give us more magic item drop chance and income from sacking settlements, which is good. Let's grab know your place next. Need to say any clan rats with ideas about their stations are quickly and permanently silenced. Or we could get devious plans. Let's get know your place, because that'll be useful when we start recruiting more generals, which I'm hoping should be fairly soon. Wait, can we actually reach all the way down? Oh, we're marching, that's why. I thought that seemed like a really long way to be able to move. If we scooch down like here and see if we can lay a little ambush. Okay, Mornington Crescent. We're going to get... No, I don't particularly want the scavenging pile, but I do want the tech that comes from it. So let's go... I'll just leave that for the moment. Actually, I don't need to upgrade it.
What's your back, tail?
You've still got 2 turns of stolen technology, so I guess we'll just do some sneaking. Ah, that's Massive Orcal, which is the new Orc settlement in the middle of Bretonia there. That's to provide factions like Albric and the Fey Enchantress some potential way of dealing with the Greenskin Incursion event they start off with. Because, I mean, Luon always had this settlement over here he could deal with. But these guys were very much like, well, we can't leave the city because otherwise the rebellion will pop up and just get more powerful. And there's no real greenskin factions nearby. The closest one was probably Skarsnik. But that's quite a trek just to go and try and deal with that little incursion. So now they've got a little event there. It also provides just a little bit of a extra potential problem for Bretonnia. So I think that's quite nice. A little bit of a different faction to fight potentially in the centre there. So that's interesting. Good. Right, what else do we have? We don't have any buildings, do we? We haven't had any more buildings there. We could do something here. We could maybe go for the murder holes. I'm not massively interested about knowing what's going on over here, so I could just get let's just get the deeper tunnels. Gives us lots of hiding, and I'm not too bothered about seeing what the Wood Elves are up to be honest. Just not that interested. We were spotted, but apparently they've decided not to do anything. To be honest, I don't think they can stop us. I don't think they've got the troops, and I think they know they don't have the troops, so they're just sort of making peace before we come and, you know, eat their faces. It's fine by me. So, let's go and eat them. Skull takers have been killed. I think they were over here. Oh yes, Carrickern has taken their territory. We've got the Piston House, which is good.
Magic missile.
You still got one turn of tech.
Scurry forward.
Stealing. We can scooch over here. There's Skarsnik up to sneaky stuff. And we could upgrade to the underdocks. Let's do that, because that's going to give us some more money. That'd be nice.
Where are my schematics?
And I guess we'll just go and kill Tilea.
Mass destruction.
Now, they do have a lot of crossbowmen. But, I'm not overly concerned.
Which kill device to use, hmm?
Time to expand our holdings by taking care of Leonardo. Fortunately, he hasn't brought Donatello, Raphael, or Michelangelo with him, which is going to make life a little bit easier for us. They do have a lot of crossbows, though, which is just as bad, because we don't really have anything to deal with them. Well, apart from shooting them ourselves. But, yeah, we can do that. We can do that. We can also use some menace below to try and tie them up. That works, too. They just have a lot of them. They've got some halberdiers as well on the flank. We've got the Order of the Whirling Sword over on this flank. You see they're taking a little bit of fire there, but they should be fine. We're using our catapults to try and take out these crossbowmen, do as much damage as possible. There's a little menace from below to get their attention. Because, well, we're about to nuke them. That worked pretty well, I think. That's a lot of dead humans, a lot of dead no-furs, lying around, not doing a lot. Order of Whirling Sword goes tearing through a unit of crossbowmen, so does a lot of damage, and then comes tearing back through. Unfortunately, this charge is not very good. It tends to be if the AI unit is running away, then the chariot doesn't seem to want to charge through. It charges into them, which isn't very effective. Never mind. On the right flank, we've got some problems. We've got some pistoliers shooting at our storm vermin. Storm vermin are fairly armoured, so we should be okay. And the rattling guns now opening fire on some poor old halberdiers who are getting minced. But still charging through the hail of fire. However, they're charging through it across some water, which is going to slow them down. Which doesn't work out very well for them. And Leonardo is taking quite a few bullets in the face. He does have a shield, though, so, you know, it's fine, I guess. We're going to be moving our storm vermin up on the left flank here. We've engaged some of the halberdiers. And we should be winning that engagement. We're also shooting them in the flank, which is helping. Over here, our clan rats are engaging the halberdiers, backed up by some of our gunners. And Hal is engaging Leonardo and has chased him off. Come on, Hal. Get him. Good work, Hal. Our rattling guns are moving up into position so we can open fire on the crossbows. You can see over here, but the Warlock sails apparently got in the way, which is a bit of a problem. So we can't fire. They're trying to shoot at the Pistoliers and they've got in the way. The Halberdiers moving up on the right flank. Storm Vermin moving up to try and deal with them. We're taking a lot of fire over here. These Storm Vermin taking a lot of crossbow shots to the face. Not ideal. Rattling gunners have got a good arc here, though. Just mowing down these Halberdiers. Nice and easy. Halberdiers are going to try and charge to back up the rest of the Halberdiers against the Storm Vermin. But despite taking an absolute pounding from the crossbowmen, they are still fighting and winning. There's the Order of the Whirling Storm coming in to just help out. Just mow down some of these Halberdiers. Ow. It's going to sting. Got some menace from below trying to tie up these crossbows. That seems to be working. And these Halberdiers have turned their back on the rattling gunners. That's going to be a mistake. Lots of damage being done there. It looks like the entire army's had enough. They're off. Running for the hills. Of course, being a settlement battle, they won't survive. I mean, those two definitely won't, but the rest of them won't either. Crossbows gave us a little bit of trouble, but nothing we couldn't deal with.
Mass murder now, questions later.
That seems like a fair comment. Let's make this level 2. Blast. Scroll of Blast. That sounds amazing. Causes moderate magical and fire damage. Good penetration. I like good penetration. Good against armor, effective at close range. Okay, sure. Seems good.
Chief Warlock, Icket Claw.
Can you... What's this? Shadow Magnet Trinket. Affects allies in range, engaged in melee. Plus 12 missile parry. Oh. Sure. Sure. Can you not have the Scroll of Blast then? Or have you got the Scroll of Blast? You've got the Scroll of Shielding. Oh, because you're not a caster. Right. Okay, so we can give you the Scroll of Blast. So that seems fine. I can give you the Sniper's Cape and I can give you the Banner of Eternal Flame. I kept meaning to do that and kept forgetting. Growth is fine. Incendiary rounds. Man-Thing Slave is... Yeah, that's all good. We can... Let's repair that and we'll knock it down there because we don't need it. We'll upgrade to the Warren immediately.
Warp lightning.
And Icket is going to have... could give you Death Frenzy. I do quite like Death Frenzy. Respected and Feared would give us more melee attack for the Storm Vermin, which I do quite like. Armor charge bonus. I mean, that's nice, but I think I'm going to get Respected and Feared. I'll start off with give our Storm Vermin a fighting chance because they're the best infantry we got, but they're still a bit naff. What do I want to do? Forbidden Workshop. There we go.
A good flay to die.
Okay, good. Now, obviously, Icket is soon to get his Doom Wheel, and I believe that upgrading this upgrades him as well. So I kind of... Hello. Cooldown. Winds of Magic. Oh, for what? Lightning. That. I'm getting that. I'm getting that, because that seems too good not to have. I don't think there's anything we can upgrade here. I would. You don't. Right, we need more tech. So maybe if you come over here and steal tech. You don't have the move. Never mind. We'll sort that out. Yarg. Now, not much of Clan. I could maybe go for Sartosa. They do have quite a nasty garrison, though. So I feel like maybe I need a lot more Skaven to deal with that little problem. I could potentially get another army up. But at the moment, I think I should save my pennies for upgrading my cities. Because that seems... But I don't need to deal with Sartosa at the moment. They don't mind me. They're kind of okay with me. So we could Could worry about them a bit later. I don't think the garrison's going to get more problematic. I don't think they're going to spread too much, so I think I might just leave it. Let's bring Yarg over here. They've got 2 armies. Still, I'm fairly sure we can deal with that. Should be no problem. We've got a commandment here. Let's go with growth, of course. Seems good. Oh, we can upgrade Skaven Blight. We can't do that next turn. I could maybe... I don't need that at the moment. If I do that, I can upgrade Skaven Blight next turn. Let's do that. Let's do that. Oh, Benito. One last hurrah, eh? Well, thanks for putting all the effort in. Not quite sure what you expected to happen there, to be honest. I mean, thanks for providing lunch, though.
Warp blades upgraded.
And some warp fuel. Thank you. That's very kind of you. Okay, we've got another man-thing slave. So, thank you. That's Benito, probably, I'm guessing. All chained up.
Clan needs new, better rulers.
Let's upgrade to Skaven Blight, the Great Warren, the Grand Warren, sorry. It's looking pretty good. Lots of Skaven corruption, lots of growth, all that kind of good stuff. And some more money, which will be good. Very nice. Right.
My technocracy.
Now, we've got a little bit of a public order problem here. Because they're not happy. So, if we go with more food, we can't upgrade that anymore. How's public order? It'll be fine, given time. Maybe we just want to let it rebel, though. If I scooch over here, public order will deteriorate in 5 turns. That's quite a long time to wait, though.
Skaven Blight, seen many, many worse.
Exactly. Range for artillery unit. Let's give you a Doom Rocket. Who doesn't love Doom Rockets? Am I right? I am right. You know I'm right. Let's get more... Let's get the Blackcorn Swamp. Larger factory farms are more than mere underground pastures. They provide food on an industrial scale. Sounds good to me. And we can't repair that. And we can't do that agent action. That's fine.
More warpstone. Now, now!
Tech's nice, but it's not the be-all and end-all. I think I prefer more food. We haven't spread any more Undercity. We got a really early sort of spread, and then nothing. But I guess, you know, that's the random number generator for you.
The bubonic clan.
Yeah, exactly. Right, we're spreading Skaven corruption here, and I think we want to go and eat Belagar now. We could take Zarekzil first. Only problem being that we might end up at war with the Border Princes as well. And the Border Princes are currently still very much alive, which is unusual. Normally they get eaten by the orcs, but I'm guessing the changes to the AI have made the smaller factions more likely to survive, which actually makes life a little bit more awkward. Let's not worry about that. Let's just end the turn. And we can't do anything there, so we'll just cancel. But we've got 5 more turns and we can build another Undercity. So I have to try and keep that in mind, because I feel like building Undercities as soon as we can is probably one of the best ways of spreading them.
My infernal armory interests you. Yes, yes.
I don't think she's interested in your infernal armory, Ikit. A non-aggression pact. I'm going to say no. Only because I want to kill you at some point in the near future. And I don't think it's in my best... I don't think you're going to declare war on me at any point. I think we're safe there.
My infernal armory interests you. Yes,
I don't think... Ikit, no one is interested in your... a military alliance. Now, the problem is, they tend to be at war with a lot of people. And I don't really know what I'm going to... Because they tend to just wander around. So they're not really going to be helping me in any way, shape or form. So I'm going to say no. Apparently they're going to take my heart for this. Well, you know, if that's what you got to do, Kazrak, that's what you got to do. I won't hold it against you. Know your place. More loyalty for new recruits. Lovely. I can get the menace below. Numbers beyond counting. I don't tend to use Skaven slaves all that much. More speed for infantry would be quite nice, though. And if we go this way, then we can get the virulent plans, all that kind of good stuff. I want to go monstrous plans and volatile plans. So we need the arsenal for that. So we should probably look at sort of heading that direction. But let's get the devious plans. Let's do that. And before I do anything else, I want to get some more tech. So let's steal. Oh, failure. Oh, a rare failure there from Gordon. Shame, Gordon. Shame on you. Right, let's hop over here because we're going to hit Zarakzil. I'm tempted to get defences at Magritta because with Calador right here, I mean, they're not very happy. There is a military presence. They do have an army here, so I probably should aim to get... we get that next turn. Okay, great. I should probably save cash so I can get that then. I'm going to get Rebellion there. I'm going to ignore that, and the building is slowly repairing itself, which is good. So I'm fine with that. Who hasn't moved? Yarg.
Great character.
Yeah, you're just going to live there for the moment, I think. Damaged building, we don't care about. We're just going to let that do itself. Do we have any rights we could do? I could do this, but I haven't met any more Skaven. I don't have any lords, so I don't have any problems there. Age of success actions, meh, it's fine. Really what I want to do is a Scheme of Doom again. Because that gives us another Undercity. And I think what I'll do with him is maybe bring him over to Ulthuan to set up Undercities there. And apparently, I know some people will go, well, Skaven can't have Undercities in Ulthuan. Actually, no. Because CA went to Games Workshop and said, is it possible? And Games Workshop were said, yep, because Ulthuan is not paper thin. The reason the Skaven tend to not be on Ulthuan is because they can't burrow up from below. So there tends to be no Skaven. And it's very difficult to actually get to Ulthuan and land on it, unless you're a high elf or invited. So the fact that Skaven aren't there is just a case of it's very difficult for them to actually get there in the first place. Doesn't mean that if they could get there, they couldn't then build Undercities. So we're going to build an Undercity on Ulthuan, just for funsies.
Fight me, die in pain, pain!
Hello, Orion. What's going on, buddy? Declare war? Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I thought I was already at war with you, so I guess at least that's filed the paperwork for the old war, which is good. Okay, so we got devious plans. So that's upkeep reduction for Skaven slaves. Not that I tend to use Skaven slaves because, well, every single army you recruit increases your upkeep by 15%. So there's no point recruiting an army just for Skaven slaves because it's going to make everything more expensive. I mean, not that much more expensive because Skaven slaves are pretty dirt cheap, but still. Let's upgrade to the Grand Warren there, and then we're going to hit Zarakzil. We're going to declare war on Clan Angrand and Karakhan. That looks like it's going to be a pretty easy fight. Let's give this to, I'm thinking, can we give it to them? No. Stalk. Okay, well let's give it to the Snot Shots. And the Banner of Eternal Flame can go on one of the Storm Vermin, something like that. And we'll auto-resolve, because I don't think it's going to be particularly difficult. Let's upgrade it to level 2. Ooh, Warp Energy Condenser. That's nice. Good. Okay, what we got here? Taskmaster's Platform. That's actually not necessarily the worst thing to have. And a Scavenging Pile, which I will get rid of, because I probably want defences here, because we're bordering the Border Princess. Oh, and we're getting a Doom Wheel. I want a Doom Wheel. We're going to get a Doom Wheel. We've got a Doom Wheel. This is very exciting. I'm very excited about the Doom Wheel. Oh, Doom Wheel. Let's see if we can steal tech. Success. And some warp fuel. Very nice. That's going to take 5 turns of building. We're going to get a rebellion here in 3 turns. But actually, that's not necessarily the worst thing that could happen. I would like to get the arsenal just because we need it for the volatile plans. But I'd also quite like an assassin. I don't particularly want the gutter runners, but an assassin would be useful. So maybe we... Do we need to keep the rubbish pile? I think we only need it to research. I think we can get rid of it now. So let's actually get the hidden lair. Low-ranking clan Eshin rats remain apart from the other clans, rabble in hidden burrows that remains Eshin territory no matter what the dormant warlord believes. Dominant warlord, I guess. Right. I think that's fine. Now we're going to have Belagar probably lose his shit at us. I mean, get over it, Belagar. We took a city, right? It's not the end of the world. Live and let live. We'll get triangulation for Gordon, because I think he needs it. And we've got some more research. We'll get fight dirty, because I'd like to get hit and run, because that just gives more speed for infantry units. And Skaven are already, fairly fast anyway. So a little bit more speed. Can only be a good thing. Good for hunting down enemy infantry units as they try and run.
My infernal armory interests you. Yes, yes.
Hi, Skarsnik. What's going on, buddy? Please don't declare war on me. Non-aggression pacts. Right, you gits. Let's have a pact. I'm sure. I'll get that. We're always Belagar as well, so we've got a mutual foe. Oh, hello, Orion. What do you... Orion, why have you left the forest? Orion. Uh-oh.
Behold my infernal weapons. Many things to make you dead.
Hi, Dave. You're declaring war? I mean, I guess that makes sense. A little bit concerned that Orion's decided to come and join the party. Because normally he's just quite happy to sit in the forest and, I don't know, smoke leaves or something. The fact he seems to be on his way to ruin my party is deeply distressing. So, I think we're at the point where we probably need to get a new lord. Now, we've got Arkstorm here. He's cunning. That's a potential. I did want a Warlock Engineer. So, I think we're going to go for Arkstorm here.
Warlock Master of Skryre.
Now, we're going to grab those two. And we're going to grab... let's just grab a bunch of slaves. Going to grab a bunch of slaves. And we're going to...
Enemies to track.
Scooch over here. Set up an ambush. And we're going to see... Now, I don't think... Orion can't reach us. But he might decide to see if he can come and murder Arkstorm down here. So the plan is... Arkstorm is going to be bait. And we're going to then jump Orion with the help of Arkstorm. And take on... Okay, what's he got? He's got a bunch of Eternal Guard.